I'll never grow up to be like you, Dad. I'll never grow up to be anything like you. As we grow up, through our childhood, through our teenage years, we may confront our parents, whether it's your mom, your dad, and you may have told them something like that or felt that. My name is Jacob Adams, and I'm a fitness and leadership coach. I help people just like you get to the next level in the gym, getting more muscle, burning fat, dialing in on nutrition programs, supplementation programs. Here on YouTube is shedding light on some of the perspectives that either block us or developing winning mindsets to help us get to the next level. Do you recall saying something like that? Have you struggled with feelings of not wanting to repeat the same patterns that one of your parents may have, whether it's divorce, whether it's anger? In my case, one of the main things I never wanted to emulate like my father was not having control on his nutrition and his fitness and his anger. You know, today is Halloween as I make this video, and I've meditated. You know, I asked the Lord for guidance on what to do next in my life. You know, I've lived my 20s, and that was good. That was good. A lot of fun there. Whether it was going to amazing concerts, seeing some legends live perform. You know, I got to taste some of that fruit of youth and being carefree to an extent. And while being carefree, also designing what I was saying is, I got right to work on not being like my father in the regards of fitness and health. Now, here it is, Halloween. He passed away on May 31st, so almost exactly 5 months ago. June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, it's now been almost exactly 5 months. And before I got out of bed today, I was searching for that right emotion, that right feeling to engage with the day. So many people may get right into their day and think, you know, this day is going to be perfect. I don't need to think about it. And with enough days of those in your life, you begin to, as you want to change the reality that you see, the realities that you experience within, you begin to want to make better and better moves. And where is this all leading us? I'll propose to you that it all comes down to legacy. At the end of the day, we're going to come to this word called legacy. Sure, the daily function, the daily feeling of success and joy and invigoration and living in the moment, all those things cannot be stressed enough, because that is what makes life worth living. We can't live when we're gone, right? Which is what a legacy is. It's what we were. And I'll propose to you the idea, though, that we are in fact working to end it well. We're working to end it all well. I mean, why even make this video, really? Why not just make it on Halloween or some trivial matter to me? Why go into legacy on a day like today? October 31st. Legacy, my father. What can I tell you about these words, these realities? I find myself wanting to break the cycles that plague our society. In many ways, that's why this channel exists. If you really think about it, why go to the next level? What is this next level? I'll propose to you the idea that the next level is definitely not the status quo. I mean, right? And if it's not the status quo, then what is it all for? What is it all for? To avoid pain, to avoid deep disappointment, to avoid hating the way the story ended, to avoid saying, I could have, I would have, I should have, but I didn't. That's a pretty good reason to go to the next level, I would say. You know, as I make this video in front of you, I've gone to college, I've graduated college, I've bought a house, I've bought a car, I've had the girlfriend or 2 or 3. I've gone through breakups, I've healed from breakups, I've meditated, I've gotten closer to God, I've done great things with my body, I've done really cool things with my business. I mean, why don't I, you know, getting closer to God, I can't prove that. Well, let's get into business, because those are things that are easy to see, and people like evidence. Well, like in 2018, I got a full paid trip to Disney World with my family, and Advocare paid for it because our sales were so good. That was a wonderful moment. That was a taste of success. It tasted like success. It felt like success. It was magical at the Magic Kingdom. Now, hold your reservations, whether you like the Disney World or you don't. It's beyond the point that it felt like magic and it felt like success. That's what I'm getting at. Is it only to taste success? Is that what this is all about? Not fully. Like, as great as that felt, it's also about loving the struggle with enough honor to not say like, well, I can't wait for this struggle to stay here my entire life. At the same time, like weight training, if you honor the struggle, it makes you stronger. And so the idea then is to embrace the right struggle. Like making these YouTube videos for me, it's a struggle of sorts. Again, not because I'm shy. I'll give you an example of some of my struggles. Let's say I look at something like last year, and I mean this fully, like Logan Paul is somebody that's really popular on YouTube. And I see some of his stuff, and it's pretty, like, not my thing. I'll just leave it at that, because it's not about throwing shade. It's just not my thing. I can get why it's somewhat entertaining to maybe a younger audience. And the struggle is to make a sincere video like this about legacy and breaking family cycles and stuff like that. And like say this video to think, well, maybe this is not even going to be appreciated as much, even though it's from the heart, right? Those are some of the struggles I'll face in making a video like this, where it's like, gee, man, I'm about to tear my heart open in front of this video, and the world seems to like low brow entertainment or less deep entertainment and less sincere. But I truly and sincerely believe that most people don't want to repeat the cycles that are holding them back. Like, most people want to be in shape, and everything I share about in this channel, the supplements, whether it's the supplementation, whether it's the mindsets, like this is what helps people get purpose and get drive and get fat passion. Like, this is what really works. And society tends to, as a whole, look at things that are easy, titillating, and, you know, gonna get a reaction from us, to keep us spinning in this like maze of consciousness. Like, anything to keep us spinning in the maze of consciousness. Clarity in modern society is not that popular. As a matter of fact, that's what I'll name this video. The importance of legacy and why clarity is not popular. You can see, if you know where you want to end up, if you know that, like I did years ago, that I didn't want to be overweight. I didn't want to struggle with my weight all my life. I didn't want my nutrition to suffer. And so I dialed down and really honed in on the subject. And guess what? When I look in the mirror today, I'm over 30 and I like what I see. Like, I have strong chest muscles. I have a tapered waist. I have strong legs, thick arms. Because the discipline and my passion to create a business and a lifestyle around this pillar of my body was so much and so consistent that the marketplace allowed me to thrive in it. One of the successes was Disney World, right? And I give you that only as like I think that's like a cherry on top to my business. I can tell you, I've led thousands of cycling classes, and those were invigorated and musically charged and driven with passion and energy. I've taught hundreds of CrossFit classes, which were driven with power and enthusiasm and accountability. I could tell you I've been on a bodybuilding stage, which was like empowering and fun, and I felt my body just shredded, right? I could tell you the countless conversations I've had with my clients on a one-on-one basis and how they've inspired me, fueled me, helped me connect with them and help them get a good habit, whether it's losing 100 pounds, 50 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, get into the mindset of more positive habits to drive their life to the next level. Again, sharing the successes. When I think of why I do these videos and the legacy behind them and the objectives, it's all in the same purpose. It's just to speed up and scale. Like, if I can be in bed sleeping and you can access this video maybe at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and get some insight, maybe, and be like, okay, legacy, I get it. And now, in a world full of titillation or just trivial matters that aren't really going to help you, like, this is what I'm about. You see what I mean? Like, a strong stance within. If you don't have that strong stance within and what you want to create within yourself, outside of yourself, then you're not going to create it. Like, it's not going to happen for you. And so before I got out of bed this morning, it was like, what do I want to create? This channel is one of the things I'm most proud of, believe it or not. And on my end, it's grown over 2,000% since day one. You might look at this channel, this one video. You might see the views. Maybe it says 3, maybe it says 5, maybe it says 20, maybe it says 50, maybe it says 100, maybe it says 1,000. I don't know what it's going to say when you see this video. But what I can tell you is I'm very proud of the work I'm seeing, the body of work that's unfolding as it comes out of me through this desire of purpose. And the more I keep going, the more I think that the body of work that I'm creating, whether it's on Udemy, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook, and this content that just keeps coming out and I keep posting and posting and posting, the more, let's say you just found this video, you might think, what's this guy talking about? On a personal level, as I step back and see this body of work emerging, I can now see, like, oh, I see. I understand my body of work more, and it's taking me a while to understand it. Like, not that I didn't know the vision, but as you can start seeing the entire, like if you see one window in a building, right? You might be like, well, that's a window, and so is that, and so is that, and that's a room. Where you could say that to really understand the concept, like the conceptualized tone, you're gonna have to take a big step back and then see, got it. And that's where I'm at with my work, with my content. It's coming from a real sincere place, and as the days unfold, yes, I'll be talking about collagen. Yes, I'll be talking about online coaching that's coming out in this coming November, in day or two. The unveiling of more of these things like online coaching, coaching one-on-one with me on Skype, stuff like that. That's coming, but it isn't just like when you don't see me in front of this camera and I'm not making a video, I'm usually researching, working out, working with a client one-on-one, moving things. Like, you get to see this one shot in my report, if you would. So you see this one shot and my report, almost like a summary of what's been on my mind, a summary of the idea and today's legacy, right? And forming that. I want to take a moment to say I love my father and give him credit for the piousness that he made me, that he inspired me to be pious to the Lord, for the love that he had for his family. I want to thank my father for the humor that he instilled in me, the ability to play chess, the ability to have rationality and go with a gut feeling, go with a gut. I want to take a moment to grant that to my father here publicly, because while he didn't have his nutrition right or his fitness right at the end, he tried. And that was beautiful to see. Legacy. We all want to break the cycle. Many of us want to break the cycle of what we saw our parents do or not do. And when I think of evolution and everything that it's stood for and stands for, I think about the energy. There I was when I named the company Evolution. I was in an office. It was 2011, and I say, "What do I want to name this?" And I just felt it was a gut call. It's like, oh, I just want to evolve, right? And that's the name, Evolution. Developing stronger, smarter, passionate leaders. And here we are, 2019, 8 years later. I'm Jacob Adams. I'm a fitness and leadership coach. So like the entire thing has been there, just coming out, however gentle, however real, however raw, however simple. It's just been there the whole time. And now, as the channel gains traction, as new services come to the marketplace, through online coaching, through my new certification that I got, behavior change specialist, the new products with collagen, and the courses on Udemy, it's a good start to the next phase. I love you, Dad. This one's for you. This one's about legacy and improving things. Yeah.